A very good morning, Team Zimbabwe. Mamuka say. And this morning, let us answer this question. What's next for Zimbabwe President ED Mnangagwa after the legitimacy crisis? So, one way or the other, the people within ZANU-PF will have to accept that there is a legitimacy crisis hanging around their president, Emmerson Mnangagwa. So, if you go to African Union, they gave a report after the elections, and within that report, they clearly indicated a lot of issues that this election, which simply happened, was not an election at all. The EU also gave a statement, their own separate statement. SADC gave their own statement as well. So we have all the observer missions giving different and various statements regarding the legitimacy of the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe after these elections. Remember, the Constitution says power derives from the people through an election. So what is an election? An election must be credible and must be valid and must be inclusive and must be accepted by every person. It must be guided by the best standards of governing democratic elections. So when we don't have all those things, it means we do not have an election, and it means that according to the Constitution, we have a crisis, we have a vacuum in terms of leadership. So whatever you do, and there is a legitimacy question, you face massive resistance from the international world, from the economy. About Robert Mugabe in around 2008, he faced the same quagmire about international validation because he was not regarded as the elected president of the Republic of Zimbabwe. That led to the GNU. Right now, we have people who are saying we are moving forward with or without legitimacy, and it's a mistake altogether to say so, especially for those who are in the ruling party. So Isaac Kuseka says illegitimacy stinks. It's so embarrassing. All organizations are in agreement that the Zimbabwe election was rigged. AU, SADC, EU, ZEC. ZEC is quiet. Only ZANU-PF making noise. Why? But you can't wish away illegitimacy. It's shameful. So one way or the other, we have to agree that Zimbabwe is in a crisis. What will happen from now onwards going forward? It will be beyond the control of the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe. He might appear strong, he might appear in charge, but honestly speaking, you will not have authority. Why? There are certain powerful people within the economy, certain untouchable people. Vanenge vachikudza chokwadi each and every time, and whenever you disagree, they will tell you you're not the president. So that embarrassment will keep on humiliating the president, will keep on humiliating those in power, and will continue to weaken their force within the nation or their recognition within the nation. So what it means is you preside over something which is illegal, you'll be just a caretaker. And when you're a caretaker, you do not know the hour or the time when the owner of the house you are taking care of is going to return. So that is very important to note kuti kana pamba pasiri pako and uri caretaker, zvinonetsa kuti uende mubedroom, master bedroom, unoti ndakutorera puno mamangu. Muridzi wemba anokaruka asvika na1 am, iwe negirlfriend uri mubedroom muyamwe, master bedroom, and ndipo unosvika ipapo kukudziwa unzi budai baba. And just imagine the embarrassment you face. This is just an example. So nothing moves, nothing works when we have legitimacy crisis, because for the next 5 years, they will be focused on trying to erase the issue of illegitimacy. They will try to make the regime legitimate. Instead of them trying to fix the economy, they will be focusing on wrong things. So I do not know why ZANU-PF people continue to say zvakanaka zvakadaro, but personally, I feel that this is going to have a negative impact, especially for those within ZANU-PF. So it is what it is in Zimbabwe. this is something which I wanted to share. But most importantly, before we go to the conclusion, I would want to say, if something is about to happen in Zimbabwe, especially if we are to have a 2nd November 2017 in Zimbabwe, along the line up to 2028, United Nations is not going to assist the current government because they noted that this election was not done freely and fairly. But diplomatically, they accepted that there's a president in Zimbabwe, a caretaker president in Zimbabwe, for the sake of moving forward of Zimbabwe. Then the same applies to African Union nation or as a continent. Yes, you are there, but legally there will be consequences each and every time. So so if something is about to happen in between, then you have a problem. You have a challenge. You will not find somebody coming into your corner to support you or to stand with you or to be in solidarity with you, because survival, when you are in a jungle, sometimes you survive because of other things which are around you. So when nature which is around you exposes you, then there is no protection whatsoever, and your existence will be in jeopardy. So those are very team Zimbabwe. Let us continue to watch and see how it is going to unfold and how it is going to end.